It's just paper that some king on the mountains said was worth something. Gold, I understand, it's shiny, and you can make jewelry out of it. Silver, put a werewolf in front of me, he's dead. Brass creates the bells that make sound throughout the land. But we kill each other for paper.
Good morning, people. We are back with another video ready to fire, and we are following on with our compound interest information today. And today is part 3 in our Get Rich series, okay? So last lesson we started talking about compound interest, how it continually adds money to the interest that we're calculating. All right, today we are looking at how we can be compounding more often. Yes, all right? So if we have a look here, we've got some different times, all right, more than once in a year. So half yearly means we're compounding twice in a year. They're adding interest twice in a year, all the way up to weekly, which is 52 times. Now, the thing with this that we need to understand is you do not get that 6% 52 times a year. What we do is we divide it by the number of compounding periods. So in this question here, we've got monthly, all right? So we know that there are 12 compounding periods in a year. Right, because it's monthly. What we do is we then divide that percentage by our compounding periods. All right, we've got this formula here which helps us show it. All right, so all that we change is the I and the K and the N. All right, so we're just changing that. So if we were to have, say, this for this question here, all right, it would be 6 or 0.06 over 12, so 1 plus. All right, then in brackets, because there are 12 compounding periods, it would be to the power of 12. All right, that's where we would make that change in this scenario. Same thing goes if it was 26. This number here would be 26, and this number here would be 26. It's really straightforward stuff. We would put that into our calculator, our trusty Casio calculator, all right, and then that would spit it out. The reason why I want to talk about this, and the reason why I kind of hinted at it last time, is compound interest is really powerful. All right, when you look at the people who make a lot of money and are able to sustain that money, all right, they are doing it because they are investing in the stock market regularly. So here I've got this situation down here. So originally, this is just from depositing $1,000 into a bank account that had 7.5% interest. All right, it was compounding monthly, and I'm also going to put $20 in a month. All right, that's all I'm going to do. So every month I'm going to put in $20 and I'm going to initially deposit $1,000. This is something that, if you're lucky and you make a bit of savings now, you can do. All right, and I'm going to invest it for 40 years. All right, if we have a look here, this dark blue, that is the money that we have put in. And this light blue here is just the interest earned. So if we look here, when we get to like year 15, okay, that's where we actually start to turn things in our favor, where the interest that we're earning is actually a majority of the amount of our savings, okay? Because it's constantly added, all right? The interest is constantly added on top of our savings, all right? So if you have a look here, it just starts to grow and grow. If you look at how much you actually invest over the 40 years, how much money comes out of your paycheck or out of your pockets, it's not even close to $20,000. But after 40 years of just $20 a month, starting with that initial deposit of $1,000, we've got $80,000. And that's why when we're talking about compound interest, it's really important to know that how easy it is for us to do and how much money we can make if you do it properly. All right. Our calculator as well can actually tell us all this information. All right. So I've kind of kept this a little hidden secret for a little bit, but we have this finance feature. All right, and if you have a look here, F2 is our compound interest. All right, now I'm going to put in N. N is the number of years, so we're going to put it in 40 years, okay? Our interest rate is 7.5. All right, our present value, that's how much we're depositing, which is $1,000. Okay, our PMT, that's our payment, that is $20. Okay, and our future value, we're going to leave as 0. Payments per year is 12. And then our compounding periods per year is 12 as well. All right, that is our deal. When we go here, we're going to click F5 to find our future value. All right, we can see that that is incorrect because I have put this as it's meant to be minus 1,000. It's how much money we're depositing, how much money we're adding. We're adding 20. All right, we find out what our future value is. All right. I think I've done something wrong here. Oh, yes, I know what I've done wrong. Okay. N. So we've gone 40 years. What we have to do is 40 times by 12, the number of compounding periods we have. All right, so 480. All right, future value is 80,375. That is some very quick learning for you. All right, and from me as well. So that is why compound interest is so important. If you look at how much money we put in and how much money we actually have at the end of it, it's really important that we take note of this today. All right, just a quick shout out in today's video. All right, today's shout out goes to none other than Mr. Henry Johnson, okay? He's got a YouTube channel. Some may say we're rivals. I don't want to say that, okay? We're good friends, all right? And we're just here to support each other. We're all here learning maths, and I really think it's important that we give that channel a shout out. If you don't subscribe, make sure you go over there and subscribe to him. He's got a little bit more complex stuff that I can't really, understand. So if you're looking to take your math game to the next level, he is your man. So Mr. Henry Johnson, head on over there, like his videos, make sure you subscribe. I'll tag him in the bottom of my video too. All right, so make sure you can get down there, get around him. Don't spread any hate, all right? I know that there's a couple haters out there on the bottom of this video, no doubt. But yes, let's get into it. Let's have a great day. And remember, compound interest is king.